Nick Wright blasts NFL media after Patrick Mahomes' shocking Pro Bowl snub. Patrick Mahomes is one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. But this season, his numbers didn't match those of Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, or Joe Burrow. Even so, if you ask most people who they'd want leading their team in the playoffs, they'd pick Mahomes. Despite his reputation, Mahomes didn't make the Pro Bowl for the first time since becoming a starter. Nick Wright, a longtime Chiefs supporter, didn't hold back his frustration over the snub. At the time, the Chiefs were 15-1 and had the best record in the NFL. Now they're coming off a brutal 40-22 loss in Super Bowl 59, and the Pro Bowl selection debate feels even more absurd. Nick Wright rips NFL media over Mahomes' Pro Bowl omission. Wright went off on First Things First, calling out the NFL media's logic. "This is outrageous," Wright said. "Because if you would have the NFL media, which votes on the Pro Bowl and votes on the awards and sets the narratives, tell it the Chiefs are the best team in football and 15-1 for no reason whatsoever. Do they have the best players? Clearly not, because here's the list of teams with more awesome players than the Chiefs." Patrick Mahomes snubbed from Pro Bowl. At QTondime 25 shares story of Mahomes having a chip on his shoulder after not being named Best QB in 2019. Flushface Twitter.com/4eks9pqtxu. The facility at the facility FS1. January 3, 2025. The Baltimore Ravens sent 9 players to the Pro Bowl. The Chiefs, despite their success, had just 5: Travis Kelce, Chris Jones, Trey Smith, Joe Thuney, and Creed Humphrey. So the Chiefs don't have the most talent, they don't have the best defense obviously. We know they don't have the best coach because Andy went on to win Coach of the Year. So the other thing we'd be like, oh, the quarterback must have carried them. Nope, not at all. In no world did he carry them. He's clearly not having that great of a year. Wright added. Mahomes' snub makes no sense, but neither does the award logic. Wright pointed out the contradiction. If the media didn't think Mahomes carried the team, then why wasn't Andy Reid the frontrunner for Coach of the Year? Kevin O'Connell and Dan Campbell were the favorites for the award, but the Chiefs had a better record while sending fewer players to the Pro Bowl. If Mahomes wasn't playing at an MVP level and the team supposedly lacked elite talent, wouldn't that make Reid the best coach in the league? Nick Wright done lost his goddamn mind. The FUK, you mean Mahomes played better in the Super Bowl than Josh and Lamar's playoff runs? Loudly crying face, loudly crying face, loudly crying face, loudly crying face. P. Twitter.com/QToChecksAMB808. Not Joe. At Thelika February 12, 2025. It's the kind of inconsistency that fuels Wright's frustration. Every year, the criteria for these awards change. In 2023, Lamar Jackson won MVP because the Ravens had the best record. This season, the Chiefs finished with the best record, and Mahomes played most of the year without his WR1 Rasheed Rice, WR2 Hollywood Brown, and RB1 Isaiah Pacheco. He also dealt with a weak offensive line that crumbled under pressure in the Super Bowl. Yet, Mahomes wasn't even a top 4 MVP candidate.